Well, those had a surprising amount of depth. Greetings and salutations, my name is Deltran, doing the Turn Limit special maps in Fire Emblem Heroes. I have 3 different teams here for you going through the first 2 maps. Let's go ahead and get to it. You can see that in this first round, we're going all mages. I sort of had Blade Tome withdrawal after the Vulture Grand Hero battle, so that's what's going on here. Also, all ranged units does have a very, very nice advantage here. You need to be able to be fast and get places. You can see that on the right I use a Nunu to pull up Delphia, who had reposition. Faria has reposition. The only person on this team who doesn't have reposition is Ephraim, and that's just so that he can go ahead and use his rally defense and be a complete buff for all of the Blade Tones. I don't have a Blade Tome on Delphia. I like her original Dark Aura, and that doesn't end up being a problem here. There's a few different ways to settle this here in the end, but when it comes down to it, baiting that archer is very important. You could definitely bait him with a mage if you get there fast enough. In this particular run, I didn't, but all you gotta do is make sure that you could pull that archer up so that you could reach him easily for the end of it. And that's pretty much it. So I use Ephraim there to go ahead and take off a little bit of damage. You can see that Nunu doesn't need any help. Other mages might need a little help with him. He's just a little bit sticky there, even though he has a really low resistance. And that pretty much finishes off the run with all mages. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second team. I'm running a small armor core here with Drog and Amelia, and of course I'm using Tana and Olivia on the other side. It's really nice having Armored March to be able to move your armor units through. That makes them very viable here, although if you daisy chain them with repositions or at least get them accelerated with pivot on 1 or 2, you'll be probably just fine if you do something like this. Otherwise, switching out the comps for similar units on the 2 armored people is just fine. I will say that I do have distant counter on my Drog, sorry, but you know, I like to really make my Drog special. Now I'm using guidance right here to move Olivia. That is not something that I do just to be funny and use guidance. You need to have Drog buffed, otherwise he's not going to be able to take out this stupid Sword Knight. Now with that done, there's a couple different ways that this ending can go. You can move people around certain ways so that you can pull that archer once again upward and be able to tank the other 2. There's a way to get Tana up there. This particular run, I didn't move her the right way. I just made sure that I could use guidance. Otherwise, you want to make sure that you can pull that archer and attract the ire of the other 2 there without losing anybody. Although you could still lose somebody and it doesn't matter. These are not, must complete without deaths. These are simply complete. So, go nuts. Otherwise, that pretty much finishes off this map, and even though I danced Tana, I went in there and killed off Lucius with Amelia. And yeah, that will go ahead and finish off the first map. There's different ways to do it, and this is just 2 of them. If you guys have any questions or have any ways that you want to see other ways to do it with your team comp, go ahead and post down in the comments. I'd be super happy to help you guys out, figure out a winning team for this. I figured let's just let the good times roll, and we move that team from the last map into this one. The one thing to note is that Mage on the left does have Warding Blow, so if you're relying on that Mage to attack you and then you retaliate and kill it with magic, you have to have a very potent caster in order to get past the buff that he ends up having, because he'll have a substantial resistance. Otherwise, it seems like anybody who can is fire-based will be able to take out that left side. So Lloyd is actually a good potential because he has the high resistance for it. Otherwise, you can see that hit and runs on that Pegasus, we used the flyer on the right to just zoop around and kill that ninja that was there. Now you see that I'm having a little bit of trouble getting rid of that stupid Effie. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Tana Fly Around Dancer and slam it right into Effie, and that's all she wrote. So now I'm going to send Drog forward, and I hope you're not watching too fast and seeing how Titania will die. Well, I mean, it's sort of easy to. And that's pretty much that for this board. Stage cleared. And while we're waiting for the next team to load up, I want to say if you guys want me to continue through this and do boards 3, 4, and 5 and do a video, I'd be more than happy to, but leave a comment down below. I'm sort of getting out of doing these tactics-based videos, but I do enjoy coming up with multiple teams to do things. So over here you see that we're using Nunu on the right, and she's just going to go ahead and bait that ninja. We're doing a very similar tactic here with Legion and with Ike. I figured everybody had Ike from the Hero Fest banner, so hey, why not use them? Otherwise, this strategy is nearly identical to what I just did. It just shows you how flexible it is, and as long as you mind what's going on, you should be okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and Wings of Mercy on over to the other side here, leaving the poor little girl all alone on a fiery lava bridge. What is wrong with me? I am so sorry. But the end of this wraps up, and I don't even need support anywhere. Legion is just going to take care of that. This Legion here is doing well for himself, and that is pretty much how the board ends. I'm going to go ahead and send Ike up, and he'll go ahead and take care of that for me. And hey, do me a favor, if I give you something to chew on, hit that like button. If you like your information hot and fresh, hit that subscribe button. My name is Deltran. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you. And until next time, take it easy.